ところが鏡に映っていたのはキラキラした、青い瞳とにじれた尾を持つ痩せた真っ暗な子猫だった。By the way, the thing that was being projected into the mirror was a blue eyes that are glittering, a tail that's kind of crooked, and the thing that it was a very skinny black kitten.
I think you might have been thinking of Tokorode instead of Tokoroga.
Tokoroga?
Yeah, Tokorode is, by the way, Tokoro.
Makes more sense on the contrary, since the last sentence was,
I
thought for sure I was going to be a cockroach. I think Cookie can try this.
Okay. Wait, there's the bit in yellow, right? Or is it the one that goes Tashkani? Okay, good. Tashkani, ore sokuri na neko da. And it's like ore yori kami. Is it kami or is it like it's fur? I know it is.
The cat?
I'm gonna say it's
like
a
what's the
cat.
reading?
Right there, okay.
Yeah.
Wait, what was the reading?
You probably should have did this.
Okay, ke. Ore yori ke ga fusa shiteru kedo. So it's like Ashkani, I've heard of it before, don't know what it means.
For sure, certainly.
Okay. Certainly, is like certainly I turned into a cat or something, right?
Sokuri is an important word
Where did the word
to know for this sentence.
Yeah, but for me, I
know
don't
what
know.
it means.
I don't know what sokuri means, so that's what I'm guessing. That's what
Let's
it
take
means.
guess.
Well, even
It means
you can tell that there's a na here, so you know this is an adjective. So an adjective's not being turned into, right?
Yeah.
But
I think the ni is probably what gave him that impression.
True, ore ni.
Yeah. It means to look exactly like.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I look exactly like a cat. It's like,
yeah, or it's a cat that looks exactly like me.
yeah, or it's a cat that looks exactly like me. So depends on the context, right?
Yeah.
That's just how sokuri is used. It's just a grammatical thing.
And then it's like ore yori is like compared to like
ore
is like similar to whatever, is it?
Similar is not in ore yori. So sokuri is similar, right? Sokuri. Yori was something we vaguely talked to you about before, which is it has a compound. So we have yori and nohoga. For example, if I wanted to have the main point of the sentence was chisai, small, chisai, then I would say neko yori nezumi no hoga chisai, which is less cat, more mouse is small. So in other words, mice are smaller
more
than
or
cats,
less.
is what that's saying.
Okay.
Which is very weird in English, because we would prefer
the way I kind of think about it. The way I kind of think about it, kind of like if you could think of shika as like except, I would think of yori as well from or than, right? Because like when we saw like the letter earlier, or not the letter, like Kon's little note at the end of the diary, he said kon yori, right? And that meant from Kon, right? Yori and like kara kind of works similarly sometimes, but I guess not in this case as much. But the way I kind of think about it,
hard way to translate that using the word from. I feel like in
yeah.
From
but this is how I think about it.
Why can't I say? Why can't I say compared to cats, mice are smaller? Why can't I say that?
You can say that.
Exactly. That's kind of how I think about it. Yeah, than myself, it is fusa, right? Or than cats, mice are smaller, right? That's kind of how I concept. Like, of course, that's terrible English grammar, but at least it kind of makes sense.
Yeah, makes
Right.
sense.
I don't know. I feel like
Yeah.
Yep.
I feel like
I think it makes
cats are
about as
less
much sense
small
as
than
saying
than
Shika is
mice
accept.
makes perfect sense in English, but you just have to be used to knowing that they prefer the less than statement than the more than statement. Because in English we like talking about how big things are, and in Japanese we like talking about how small things are. Right?
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. So cats are less small than
Mhm.
rats. It doesn't make grammatical sense. Because Yori is like lesser. Cats are less
Mm-hmm.
small.
Yeah. Well, it's like from or than. That's
Yeah.
how I think about it.
If you say from or than, it doesn't make a grammatical English sentence though. From cats.
It doesn't have to. It's not English.
Then English, and then from cats, then rat small. I guess that works. I hate it, but whatever Cookie thinks works better for him.
Yeah.
The
If I'm gonna be honest,
English or the
I mean,
grammatical English.
Yeah.
But I think
To be
the
honest,
the
I
less
feel like
than idea is a good one.
yeah.
Something I can think about.
Yeah. I found it really hard to like to conceptualize your idea of like shika. So I feel like this is kind of
Similar to that.
the same thing back at you. Yeah, if that makes sense.
So next is fusa fusa, which is very toughy. So I would almost say like fluffy, maybe.
So
I'm talking about the cat.
Fluffy.
I've never used the word toughy before.
I know. Sticky, fluffy.
Yeah, but bushy. Yeah, fluffy, bushy
Yeah,
stuff
bushy.
makes more sense.
Yeah, I didn't know that
Like-
Susa had that kanji. That's really weird.
Yeah. Oh, omoi. Weird.
Many.
Many. Makes logical sense.
I suppose so. Many hairs.
Hair. Yeah. So who has
So
more
you-
hair? Con the human
cat.
or con the cat?
The cat.
So. Yep. That's what the kiddo. So it's a cat that looks just like
Yeah,
me,
however,
but it has a lot more hair
Yeah.
than I do.
however, yeah.
The kiddo right there.
Nice.
Nice. Now it's gonna be Chris's turn.
これがうまいだ。粘りは鏡をどけて椅子に座り、こっちを見下ろした。Look up どける。To take out of the way. That makes
Logical
I
sense.
had a feeling it was that kanji. So he says, "That's you," and he takes the chair out of the way and sits in it. Or no, wait, sorry. He gets out of the way of the mirror and sits in a chair and looks down at my direction.
Right. Kozo. ずいぶんうまく変身の術にかかったな。Kid, it looks like you took to the spell very well. ずいぶん is like very うまく is skillfully, and かかった is just the
Yeah,
verb
that's a
for
good way
doing
of
the
putting
spell.
it.
Kind of because he didn't cast the spell, so it must be like to take
To be cast upon. Yeah, you took it well.
You did
That's
really
a good
good
way of putting
having
it.
the spell on you.
Mhm.
So next is Chris.
これは粘りの言葉を聞き流し、足を上げて動かしてみた。うわ、鍵爪が飛び出した。I'll check 鍵爪, but I'm pretty sure it's claws. Yep. So, letting Nebry's words just wash over me, I lifted my leg and tried to move. Claws came out.
And next is Cookie.
魔術師のI something 会議 Okay, got it. 会議は1時間後だ。Wait.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. 1時間が後だ。Okay, so that means the magician's like meeting is like 1 hour away.
Yep.
はい。俺は首を後ろにひねり、ねじれた王をしげしげと眺めた。 かっこいい. So I kind of twist my neck toward my back, and I gaze at my tail that's being restless, I think. Oh, I narrowly stare at my tail. I always think shige is like restless, but never that.
I think I frequently, I restlessly look at my tail.
But over here, I think it's more of the fixedly, like we saw. He just kind of.
I think so too. Yeah, the fixedly.
Like, wow, so cool,
Yeah.
かっこいい. And
Yeah.
then, Chris, お願いします.
それまでに新しい姿になれるがよい。こっちもやらねばならぬことがある。So he says, until then, or it would be best for you to get used to your new body before then. I have things I have to do myself.
はい。ネブリはそう言うとテーブルの書類をめくり出した。So Nebody says that, and then he basically begins to flip through some documents that are on the table. And this right here is gonna go to Cookie.
俺はしばらく嫉妬していた。And then it's like, do I do the next sentence after
No,
that?
just do that one.
Oh no,
That's
could it
too
be a bit long? Okay. So I, for a moment, wait, 嫉妬していた. What does that mean?
It's a jitto, not shitto.
Oh, じっとしていた.
It's to be still.
Okay, so I stayed still for a moment, pretty much. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like very still.
Very still.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Then Chris, お願いします。
カサカサとページをめくる音がするたびに、ピクピクさせたり、耳をがしたりしてみる。I'm gonna look up ピクピク.
I feel like that's like the ears twitching. Oh.
Yep, it's to twitch. Yep. So every time the page, or there was a sound of the page turning, my tail twitched, and I tried moving my ears.
頭上からパチパチと降ってきたほこりを捕まえたくてたまらない。So above my head, there's some dust that's kind of falling toward me in a para kind of way, like a sprinkling amount, and I couldn't stop myself by trying to catch it. And then Chris.
Okay, sorry, I was looking at para. Just a sec. Okay. What in the world?
Meow.
I see.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Meow. Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
And you thought it was
Meow と鳴いて、埃にじゃれつき、どこかの隅っこに追い詰めたい。死体足 perhaps. I'll look it up in a minute. では、で跳ねてみた。Okay, I have a few words I wanted to look up. じゃれつき or じゃれつく perhaps. Yep.
Be playful.
Grab out of playfulness, and then that was where was it? Oh, that's home. I see. Hon ashi. Yeah, definitely the meaning is very clear. It's just the reading. So I cried meow meow and jumped at the dust, and I gotta double check what it's in it.
That's to chase into something. The corner. Drive.
I see. Yep. So I wanted to. Oh, and sumiko. I should double check as well.
That's the corner.
I see. I figured it was the same as sumi. So I wanted to drive it into some corner or chase it into some corner. I tried to jump with my forelegs.
Right. Next, Cookie.
And it's like, うわ、 日本足とは全然違う。So it's like, wow, it's like jumping with two pairs of legs is completely different.
Yep. Totally different
Yeah.
than jumping with two or doing whatever with two.
Yeah.
つならった折れそうな動きをしても倒れない。部屋の中を跳ね回ってみた。Oh, 倒れそう。I don't know how to
Yeah.
say it so bad. So normally, if this was normal, then moving like this, I would fall. However, now I will not fall. So even if I do normal falling like motions, falling will not occur. And then I basically throughout the room I kind of ram into things, like jump about. Hanemawaru. Jumping about. Yep. And I think Cookie could actually do that.
Okay, this is
Well, in this case, it's
Oh.
sheeple actually. Oh, oppo?
Yeah, shippo.
Why is it not sheeple?
Oppo.
I think shippo has a different kanji in the beginning. I thought it was shippo too until I saw that. Yeah, it does.
Madness.
Yeah, shippo has like shiri
Oppo.
in the beginning or kitsu.
So, Oppo no okage de, donna ka, and then is a wait,
Yep.
I'm trying to find the next line.
Kakko.
Donna ka to no, not no, it's o, demo balance o, and then that means extent, right? Or
Means to
Yeah,
keep
to keep.
or
yeah,
like
you can't
maintain.
yeah,
Omoteru.
maintain. So it's like I'm finding like
That's a
not
good
finding
guess
anything,
because
but
okage
it's like
will sometimes be translated that, but okage means like because of basically, but in a arigato kind of way.
Yeah, it's like thanks to.
Yep. Thanks to the
okay,
tail.
so it's because of thanks to the tail, and then it's like
You know what temo means?
I'm also
finding
it easier to balance or something. I'm also
kind of. Specifically says temo is basically and donna together basically means no matter what kind of kakko I do, and kakko is like like normally it's like appearance, but I guess in here it's like no matter what position I put my body in is probably what's being used to mean here, then my balance will be preserved, right? Which does mean I will not fall, right? But said with different words. Chris, now it's your turn.
Yeah. すごい楽しい音を立てずに歩き回る練習もした。毛が黒いので部屋の隅の暗がりにすっと溶け込める。に溶け込める。I want to look up すっと。Check it. Cool. So amazing. It's so fun. I also practiced walking without making any sound. My hair is black, so I'm able to like silently what's a good word? Or the word for that is dissolve into the darkness of a corner in the room.
Yeah, it's probably just saying the blending into, but dissolving and just love that.
Yeah, melt into. I like that more.
Yeah, melt into the shadows.
Mm-hmm.
In this corner. And then Cookie, onegaishimasu.
Okay. 猫はに Is that right? Psycho? Wait. Psycho. Wait, what?
Like sugoi.
Psycho no.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Psycho no dorobo ni nare soda. Okay, so I've seen dorobo. I just don't remember the meaning.
Well, con is adorable, but it does not mean street rat. It means thief.
Yeah, that's right. We talked about this. Because like cats are not, or the cat or just cats in general
Yeah.
are very cool thieves or something.
Yeah. Specifically, it seems like cats can turn into the best thieves, the most
Yeah,
amazing
cats can
thieves.
turn into the best thieves. That makes more sense.
なれそう。
Yeah.
become. もう一度部屋の中をぐるっと走り回った。So once again, I run around the room. And Chris.
するとテーブルにいたネバリーが読んでいた書類を机に叩きつけた。小僧、やめろ。少しは静かにできんのか。So, I'm gonna double check tataki tsuke, but I'm sure it's the same as tataku. Kitsukeru. Nope, it's a bit different. So when I did that, I slammed into wait a sec, the desk that Neburi was reading his book at, or his documents at, and he says, "Boy, stop that. Can't you be a little bit calm?"
Perfect. I would have like made
Or I
the
suppose, can't you
mistake
calm down a
and
little bit
thought-
would be good.
I would have definitely made the mistake and thought that nobody slammed his documents down. But you're right. That's Con smacking into the desk. Whoop. 床にペタンと尻をついから、眠りの足に忍び寄って飛びつくと、不機嫌そうに足を引っ込められた。じゃれるな。そろそろ時間だ。So on the floor, my tail hits the kind of like goes on the floor in a patan kind of way. So it's just making firm contact with the floor.
I think it's his butt, not his tail.
Chidi? Oh, you're right. So he flops on the ground sitting. And then he jumps after, like, before first he was like getting like closer, like very sneakily, and then he jumps to Nebuti's leg, and then in a bad mood kind of, the leg is taken away, so Nebuti moves his leg out of the way. and then Nebuti says, "Stop that, I guess." So Shadiru's
Stop playing around.
Stop playing around. It's almost time.
Yeah. Also, now that you mentioned it, I look back at the sentence that I translated last, and I definitely said it wrong. I said that Kon bumps into the desk, but it's Neburi hits his book onto the desk.
Okay.
The book that he is reading, he hits it onto the desk.
Okay.
It's for sure that.
I was like, oh.
Yeah, I was going too fast. That's all.
Oh, I guess I was right. Because I read this really weirdly. Okay. Chris, your turn.
粘りは杖を手に取り、灰色のローブをまとって、俺を抱き上げると、ジメジメした黒いトンネルを進みながら、何を見て何を聞けばいいか、小声で俺に指示した。That is CG, right?
Yep.
I don't think it is. I think it's
Sashizu.
Sashizu. Yeah, that's
definitely CG, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, slightly different. Or definitely different coaching. So Neburi takes his staff into his hand and puts on his gray robe and carries me. And when he does that, or picks me up, when he does that, he tells me in a quiet voice what to look at and what to listen to while walking in the tunnel, or the dark, damp tunnel.
Yep. That word shows up like so much. from
Does it
here.
really?
All in this book and then also in the Magic Trio.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I don't see it that much.
I know, but just in these 2 books, everything's damp.
Makes sense.
魔術道のある中州の下に来ると、トンネルの横にある門を開けて、俺を下ろし、行けと片足で俺を軽く、押し出す。So, we come to below the island where the magical tower is, and that there is a gate that is beside the tunnel, and we go through like under that gate, and as we go, to go katashis with one leg.
Yeah, I think there's no more we in this
Okay,
case.
so the ike is so Oreo. Oh, never mind. As soon as
He
put
puts
it
them down.
He put
Yeah.
cons down.
Yeah.
I thought they went down to the tunnel, but no, he lightly.
Mhm.
So he
Yeah.
so at the gate he opens it and then puts me down the floor. Says go, but he says go by kicking me with one leg very lightly. And then cookie.
Yeah.
俺は and I don't think that means all again
It
because
I think it is all.
It's always all.
okay again okay so it's like the kunyomi onyomi readings are the same.
Yeah, it is always
Maybe.
all. Apparently.
Possibly. Okay.
The onyomi
like
is
Oreo?
B. The
Never
kunyomi is
B.
all.
When is
Just
never
looked it up.
B? What word has it as B?
There's a handful of words. Gobi, like the inflection at the end of a word. Let's see. Shubi, beginning and end. Bikol, which is to follow.
Bikol, the second with the tail.
Yep. Saikobi, which is the end of a line or something like that.
So whenever it's not
But
a
yeah,
real tail,
either way,
then
so
it's B.
It would seem so. Yeah.
wow. Okay. It's like 俺はをビクビクさせ盗み聞きをしての推しにかけ出した。So it's like what does biku biku mean?
That's a
Oh,
sound effect
piku
of
piku mean.
twitching.
Yeah,
Twitchy.
it's like my tail is like twitching.
Yep.
And then it's like nusumi kiki. This feels like you're stealing and hearing.
Yes, it is.
You're
stealing
stealing
and hearing.
away
What do you
and
think
hearing.
that word would mean to steal and hear? Any guesses?
To hide away somewhere
It means to
inconspicuous and then hear.
Nusumigiki.
Yeah, to eavesdrop.
The stealing.
Yeah,
to
I just
steal
didn't think of the word
listening.
eavesdrop. Yeah. I don't know why I thought it as just, oh, you hide away somewhere inconspicuous and then you just listen in on what other people are saying.
Yeah.
When there's literally a word for that in English.
Yeah. Yeah. Explaining it that way makes it sound so much scarier.
Mean?
It's to drop some Eve.
Yeah. And then it's like oshini, and then it's like takedashita. I don't know why I can't remember this kanji. Maybe it's because I've never seen it before.
You've seen this a lot, actually.
It's to run out.
Yeah. So, you know, like how I don't know if you've ever seen this, but we'll say ni iku sometimes, not like commonly in books, but like that's the grammar that I think is showing up here. Chris, correct me if I'm wrong. But for example, you have like another thing here as like the goal for what you're going to do. And a lot of times it will be like,
yeah, I didn't even realize it's this grammar point.
So right here it's shi ni iku, but instead of
verb
saying
stem
to
ni iku.
go, it's kake dasu, which is to rush and do. So he's rushing to do nusumigiki, which is what?
Oh,
again?
so he's rushing away to eavesdrop.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because he can't be eavesdropping right now, right? It's not at the meeting yet.
Because he's got no one to listen to.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So interestingly,
yeah, this is another grammar point that people often struggle with.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
If I had to produce it on my own, I wouldn't. but context.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it can be any directional verb. Deru, kuru, iku, kakeru. They all work.
Chris, your turn.
はい。黒狩りをたどって、術道に忍び込んだ。足の裏に当たる石の床が冷たい。So, let's see, how should I say this? I snuck into the magician's tower, which was floating, or no, I floated in the darkness and snuck into the magician's tower. The stone floor was cold on my feet.
ネブリの言っていた通り、会議室は長い廊下の突き当たりにあった。Just like Nebudi said, the assembly room, or I would almost say hall, even though it's not a hall, it's a room, was at the end of a very long hallway. And next line is for Cookie.
And then it's like, whoa, how did I lose it? Okay, I think it's the last bit. Okay, it's like chikusho. It's like chikusho.
Where are you?
Like
You are very lost.
nakani ire.
Nope, you are super lost.
Very lost, yeah.
Very lost. The first one.
How did I lose it? First one, okay. Keredo doa ga shimatteiru. Do I do the next one as well?
No, let's just do this first.
Okay. Keredo. We've seen Keredo before.
Do you know Kedo?
I need to see it another
Sorry,
100
Kedo.
times. Kedo, yeah, but
The same meaning. There's no
it
actual
was like,
real difference
but the
between
door
Keredo and
was
Kedo.
shut.
Just like
Yeah. I think there's a bit of a formality difference, but
it's
that's
very slight. And the main difference is
It
that
is slight,
one
yeah.
version can start sentences and the other one is actually at the end of clauses. Is the main place you'll see the difference, I think. I'm pretty sure we've seen Kedo in the
Really?
book, for example.
Yeah. Huh. I never really looked for it, but yeah, I've never thought about Kendall not being able to start a sentence.
Never thought about that either. But
I
yeah,
Googled this one.
the sentence pretty much means
Okay, I believe you. I believe you. I just never thought about it.
it's like but the door is shut pretty much. That's what the sentence means.
However, the door was shut. Oh no, he can't. How is he going to eavesdrop if the door is shut? And next is my
Goes through the
turn.
window. I bet he's gonna go through the window.
足音を立てずに近づき、うずくまって、聞き耳を立てた。So without making any noise, I get closer, and then I crouch and I try straining my ears to listen as much as possible. And then Cookie, you can try the next one.
Okay. That's 声は聞こえるけど、何を言っているかまでは聞き取れない。So it's like, I can hear voices, but I do not know what they are saying. But I'm not sure what's the bit at the end.
取らない. That's just the part that it's toru as in to take, but they're meaning it to mean like to catch. So it's not just saying I can't hear it. So the kiki o toru is basically saying I can't catch what they're saying. Because if it said I can't hear it, that wouldn't make sense because they already said he can hear things. He just can't hear the words specifically. So the toru is helping identify that difference. Like I didn't catch what you said.
Okay, yeah.
Just like in English, but instead it's
Yeah,
to take.
I think that made is used in a really interesting and abstract way here. That what is made is the extent to which he can hear. Right. I can hear them, but not up to that extent that I could understand what they say.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was like, what is that made doing here? You're right, that is what it's...
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Oh, I love that.
Then it's like 畜生中に入れないなんで
Good
なんて
guess. Good
So it's like
guess. Normally it'd be
入
iru.
れ
You're right. However, in this case, I would say it's it's hided. Hidden. Just by
Yeah.
context.
Yeah, 入
Because
れ
ireru
Mhm.
is to put
Mhm.
something in, and you can't put yourself in something. So it must
Mhm.
be a
It-
conjugated version of
you enter
haidu, which is
yourself
to
in.
physically enter.
Mm.
Yeah.
But you're right.
Yeah.
If
The
without
potential
context,
form.
Mm.
correct.
Yeah. This kanji is like impossible to read without context. It has
That's
a
true.
handful of readings, and it is always difficult to tell which one. So yeah, don't feel bad about that.
Yeah.
That's one that you're probably going to struggle with for a
Like, without
while.
context, beautiful. With
That's
context,
fine.
oops.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I can understand now. The reason why I remembered it as Irena is because Jack put his fingers between the cobblestone slabs in the prison
Well,
in Magic
it's
Treehouse.
also, if you look
But
in
yeah.
the dictionary, ireru is the verb, so that'd be irenai. Just
Mhm.
like
It's
haidu,
there.
Yeah.
it doesn't have the do, so that's where that confusion also comes from.
Yeah.
That's normally
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
would be irenai.
Yeah. Have you ever Cookie, have you ever
Mm.
learned like the potential form?
Potential
It's a verb
form,
conjugation?
heard of it, haven't looked very far.
I see. This is potential form.
You
Mhm.
should Google what those
Um,
are, because you don't need to know the names on top of your head, but it's good to have like a vague idea that verbs can change what they look